Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. So today we will be talking to you about the art of sleep. You have classes, homework, job, friends, family, all demanding your time. But who has time for sleep? Who needs sleep anyway? How many of you have pulled an all-nighter to finish up a report or study for an exam or grade papers? Do you know what it really does to your body? Sleep is so important that the American College Health Association has identified poor sleep as one of its top health concerns for students and cited better sleep as one of the 5 key benchmarks for improving academic success for its 2020 Healthy Campus campaign. Research has found that the detrimental effect of sleep, poor sleep, on GPA is on par with marijuana use and binge drinking. Poor sleep does more than hinder academic success. Insufficient sleep causes accidents, impairs decision-making, exacerbates psychological and physiological illnesses. So today and tomorrow, we've dedicated it to helping you understand how important it is to get enough sleep and practical steps and suggestions that you can take starting tonight. I'd like to introduce our speakers. Sophie Thamalis was born and raised in Amman, Jordan. She's a BA in dance, strong background in exercise, meditation, and wellness, and has been working at youre since 1990 as a group fitness instructor, faculty member, recreational sports coordinator, and finally our wellness coordinator. Barbara Radman is a senior at youre, and she majors in international business and minors in sociology. She plans on pursuing a career in corporate social responsibility. Barbarita, to her friends, loves being active as part of the community. She's in leadership positions in many clubs and organizations, including youre Ambassadors and the Health and Social Awareness Club. And she's also been our student assistant at Student Affairs. Maria Elena Kaliva is a parallel student both at the University of Athens and at youre. At youre, she's a senior majoring in entrepreneurship management, minoring in finance. And at the Greek University, she studies biology. Maria Elena is also very active in youre student life, currently the president of the youre Debating Club, and highly involved in the youre Health and Social Awareness Club. And Trini Gayan Avalos is an international student studying from Chile, she's from Chile, theater arts with 2 minors, graphic design and international business. She's also been extremely active at youre, a member of the Orientation Leaders, youre Ambassadors, Theater Club, and Society for the past 5 years. And Trini served as the president of the youre Student Association in 2019-20, and she is currently involved with youre Health and Social Awareness Club. So without further ado, I'm turning over the session to our wonderful students and Sophie Thamalis. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Barbara Margarita Radman, as Ms. Drakonakis wonderfully introduced us all. And I would just like to remind you some things before we start the session. To prepare for today's session, number 1, wash your hands, empty some space for exercise purposes, have the following handy: rubbing alcohol, 2 pillows, 2 items with a calming scent, such as a lavender plant, and optional, your furry fur 4-legged friend. I was gonna have my cat with me, but he just ran away. But apart from this, just to remind you, this session is being recorded, so please have your microphones on mute and your cameras turned off. I see you already have that, which is perfect. Until the Q&A session, where we can have a little interaction and you can turn on your cameras and your microphones to speak to us. Now, today's session highlights. Today, as Ms. Christina Drakonakis was talking about, we will be talking about sleep quality and quantity, also REM, deep sleep, sleep deprivation, and in general, we'll be also going through journaling. The session overall will take about 40 to 45 minutes. And at the end of our session, please do not forget to fill in our feedback before you go. Thank you so much. Now I pass you over to Ms. Sophie Thamalis. Ms. Sophie, take it away.
Hello, Barbara. Christina, thank you. Okay, let's not waste more time. Let's just start. Sorry we're late a couple of minutes. I hope the people who were on Instagram managed to find the passcode so we can start. I don't know who they are. As Christina said, many of you are not sleeping well, maybe doing projects, papers, exams, traveling when we used to travel, staying out, going to Buzuki, all these things. And sometimes you do not know that this is not really good for you. Sometimes you think, oh, it's okay, one more night, why not? But if you try to sleep and you really cannot sleep, and you keep checking the clock next to you, and you're like, oh my God, I have to get up in a couple of hours. And then you realize, my goodness, there's no time. And now you're worried even more about the sleep deprivation, let alone the time that's going by, tick, 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 tick. Then you're feeling really bad. As Christina said, sleep is very crucial for our health and performance and safety. An occasional night out, fine, that's okay, there's no harm. But if it becomes chronic and you have problems every time you're not sleeping, this will decrease your ability to be alert. You may even have accidents, errors, mischiefs. You won't function properly, definitely. It will impair your judgment and critical thinking. You don't know what to choose sometimes because you haven't slept. It affects your mental health, stress, anxiety, and even the worst, depression. It contributes definitely to chronic fatigue. You're always feeling tired, you're restless, you don't feel good. It will reduce your productivity. People ask you to go out and have a run. You're like, no, I can't, I really can't. It's because basically you do not sleep. And definitely it affects your mood and your attitude. Suddenly you're happy and then you're really feeling bad. You don't know what's wrong. Now, if this chronic thing happens all the time, then it's going to cause a problem. And it will create sleep deprivation. What could that mean? You're still young. You think, okay, never mind, I can stay up late. I'm still young. But no, it doesn't work that way. Every single hour of sleep does go into your account. It will help you in the future. Otherwise, you may end up with problems with heart disease, irregular heartbeat, even blood pressure, diabetes, stroke, and obesity. First of all, we have to rule out a sleep disorder. Maybe you cannot sleep because there is actually a problem. It could be a health condition. Maybe when you try to lie down, you feel this reflux problem coming up and down, so you cannot sleep. Maybe you have burning sensation in your chest. Maybe you have problems with your thyroid, your hormones, GERD. So it could be a health problem. It could also be mental, anxiety. You're worried. You try to lie down and you're like, oh my God, I have to do this, I have to do that. And you try to turn, but nothing's working. What about sleep apnea? You think this is only for old people, but this is not the case. 24% of men and 9% of women have this condition. What is sleep apnea? It's like you're sleeping there and suddenly you stop breathing. You interrupt totally the breath. Nothing, 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 nothing. And then you go, sorry for the noise, but this is what you do. All these interruptions are really very bad for you, but maybe that's what's keeping you from sleeping. And how about your disrupted circadian rhythm? I'm going to talk about this later on. It's very, very important. It's when you don't know when it's morning and when it's night, when there is no wake up and sleep. Usually shift workers have this, sometimes students because they're working on papers, or I write here Buzuki frequenters. All these things are disrupted. It's not normal. The flow is wake up and sleep, wake up and sleep. Now, if you think there's a problem, make sure you speak with a health professional, have an assessment, as we say here in the little square. It could be any of the reasons we mentioned before, and particularly the anxiety and stress and depression because you're still young. Maybe you do not have health problems like, the reflux because you're still young, but you may be having anxiety and stress, and that's what's keeping you from sleeping. Sleep, quantity, quality, and time. 8 hours, that's the number. Maybe less, a little bit less, a little bit more, depending on the age. The younger you are, you would need more. So that's why babies are sleeping all the time. And the older you get, you sleep less. And that's why older people are waking up early, celebrating life. Ideally, you should wake up on your own. You don't set your alarm. You just wake up. It means you naturally slept. You felt fine, you had enough sleep, and you get up. If you're always constantly putting your alarm, and I see sometimes my daughter 2 or 3 times, it rings every 15 minutes. This is really very bad. It means something's wrong somewhere. And of course, if you feel tired all the time after you wake up, definitely there's a problem. The great 8, we said, it's the 8 hours. Now, too much of a good thing could be bad for you. It's not like, okay, she said 8, let me sleep 16. It doesn't work like that. Because again, it will be reversed and it will be bad. It will even you see, it might even cause depression. It may cause even heart problems. Don't need to sleep more than you should, okay? Animals know when to wake up and when to go to sleep. And too little of sleep definitely will cause problems. You'll definitely start getting sick more often. High blood pressure, of course, when you're older, you're still young, but you might even have that from now. Heart disease and obesity. How many of you are putting on weight and you think, why? I'm not sleeping, so which means I'm burning calories. It does not work like this. When you sleep, actually you rejuvenate, your cells are working better, your organs are getting renewed. So it's very important. When you do not sleep enough, you start to put on weight. And of course, the depression. REM and deep sleep. The cycle of sleep is actually a package of 90 minutes, ranging from non-REM, non-rapid eye movement. REM means rapid eye movement, ranging from non-rapid eye movement to REM, which is rapid eye movement, and then to deep sleep. These cycles keep going on and off all the time. And most of the non-rapid eye movement happens in the early night. And as you move closer to daybreak, it's the REM, where you're totally sleeping and there's rapid eye movement happening. The benefits of deep sleep: energy restoration, which I mentioned, cell regeneration, your organs definitely, increasing your body supply to the muscles because you're resting, which means there's nice work happening in your body, promoting growth, repair of tissues and bones, and strengthening definitely your immune system. If you're feeling sick or something, just go and sleep. You cannot imagine how good that would be for you. Maria Elena, in a little while, she's going to talk a lot more exclusively about REM. So it's going to be in a little while. Stay tuned. The benefits of sleep are endless. We have 10 here I would like to mention. It boosts your immune system, helps your mental well-being, supports your brain function, longer lifespan. It boosts your fertility. You guys, women in the company, you're ready to be making kids soon. So this will help you in fertility. Prevents weight gain, heightens creativity, keeps the heart healthy, and reduces inflammation. And of course, when you have all these things, beautiful glowing skin. When should you go to bed? Ideally, you should go to bed when it gets dark and wake up when it's light. Like if they put you in the Amazon on your own, you won't stay up late and work on your cell phone or whatever. Automatically, just like an animal in there, you slowly calm down, your heart rate will drop and go to sleep. This is called the circadian rhythm. It affects our brain, our body, our hormones. It makes us wake up when the light is up and go to sleep when the light goes down. Natural sunlight is very, very important. I'm not saying you should go and sit in the sun. This is not the idea. Okay? Ideally, as we said, it's best to go to bed early and wake up early. If that is not possible, don't say never mind, I cannot do that. Doesn't matter, sleep. Does not matter if you cannot do it the way I'm suggesting. So this is the sun. Let's talk about this internal body clock, the circadian rhythm. And this is the Earth. And this is the orbit of the Earth that goes around the sun. It takes 24 hours. And this is you on planet Earth, because you usually go with the planet. You do not go on your own, which means as the sun moves, you're going around and around along with the planet. Ideally, you should wake up when the sun comes up. If you look at the birds, they direct themselves towards the sun, and as the sun goes down, they also turn towards the sun and calm down and sleep. Now, if somebody wakes up at around 1 o'clock, look from 7 till 1, how many hours they have lost of good daytime. So this circadian rhythm is being interrupted, right? So as a result, it's going to be very late for them to sleep. So again, they continue to interrupt this thing. I tell you what, try to sit down calmly by 9:30. You know, take your shower, be calm, turn off your computer. I bet you by 9:30, you're going to go like this, close your eyes and feel very sleepy. But because you are 2021 and we think we are modern and we are smart, on our computer, on our cell phone, we disrupt the circadian rhythm and we wake up, causing disharmony and no flow. What are the benefits of the circadian rhythm? Body system reboot every time you sleep, more energy, you'll be definitely more organized. How many times you say, I want more than 24 hours a day because I have so much to do. But if you wake up early, you can do that. You'll definitely have more time to exercise. Because you're up, you prepare your meals, you shop, you eat healthier, you are more productive. This definitely will help your skin look healthy and fresh. And you'll have a routine. Wake up, get ready, do this thing. Once you do all these from 1 to 8, you'll definitely start having a positive outlook in life. So that's fantastic. The disorder, if you do not do that, it's going to cause problems. It will cause you definitely problems falling asleep because you don't know, you cannot sleep. You have disrupted the cycle. It will give you even more problem keep staying asleep. So you may sleep and then you wake up and you don't know why, because there's no rhythm. Sometimes waking up too early, like 4 o'clock, and you cannot go back to sleep and you wonder why, because you have interrupted the circadian rhythm. Getting sleep but not feeling refreshed because you have slept, but it wasn't correct. It wasn't enough. You feel alert all day because everything is wrong. You cannot concentrate. Your performance is low. Your coordination is low. You may have headaches. You may have stomach problems. Now, how do you know if you're getting enough sleep? You start consuming more coffee, more caffeine. You keep drinking coffee. Your memory and focus feel very dim. You start to have mood swings. You're not sleeping, so you're grumpy. Your eyes show it. They become red, they become puffy, you have dark circles, bags. You definitely start craving junk food. When you're not getting enough sleep, you don't reach for something healthy. You just want junk because you think, I am tired, I need something, so some sugar will pick me up. So you think you're taking care of the problem, but actually you're making it worse. As we said, you gain weight, you feel depressed when you're not getting enough sleep. You feel grumpy in the morning, people say good morning, you're like, leave me alone, I don't want to talk to anybody. And look at this, your skin, it starts to show even on your skin. You start to have breakouts, you have all kinds of dry skin or something like that. Let's talk about bedtime stories. How should we sleep? Room temperature, where we're sleeping. The room should not be too cold, should not be too hot. From 18 to 21 Celsius. That's a good temperature. Your mat. Make sure that you change the mat every 8 to 10 years. It's very, very important. Make sure you keep flipping your mat every once in a while. Change it sideways, flip it. And also when you buy, test it in the store. Don't buy on any mat. Definitely do not buy on something that has a little loop in the center. This is one of the worst things for your back. Okay? Your pillow. We say anatomical support. I got you here this pillow, okay? This has anatomical support. It means when I go on my side, like this, I am covered. If you don't have such a pillow, no problem. Even any pillow can do the job as long as you stuff it and make sure you cover the space, this empty space. So there's enough support for your spine. The covers. I love this, cocoon. Make sure that you're cocooned in. It doesn't have to be heavy, but it has to be cocooning you, okay? It gives you this feel of comfort, of safety, and of course the warmth. Ventilation, crack a window. This is one of my favorites. The best thing to do is never to sleep with a fully closed room. Crack your window, crack your door. There has to be some ventilation going in, especially fresh air, particularly your window from outside. Clothing. Or not, that's fine, it's up to you, it's optional. But when you do, make sure you wear loose and natural material. Bamboo, cotton, something like that. No synthetic, no plastic, no nothing like this. It has to be natural against your skin. And body position, which we'll see in the next slide, because this is very important. Let me remind you to have a nice cup of chamomile or chamomile, or maybe a warm cup of milk before you sleep. And of course, try not to let anyone disturb you. Check this out and think of yourself. Compare how you sleep, the sleep positions. There are plenty, all kinds of positions we see and we do. The effect, no, stop sleeping on your abdominals. Brumita, you stop this right away from tonight. It's one of the worst things for your body. You do not breathe properly. Your back is arched in continuous arch. It will cause problems. So this is a no. If you look at the little figures on the bottom, we're aiming for a straight spine. The spine needs to be straight. Not yet. Okay, so we're aiming for a straight spine. So that's why when you're lying on your side, this is straight. The upper picture in red shows you that the body is curved. This is not right. It is corrected with a green light. Now, if you cannot sleep on your side, this is a good position to sleep on your back. Put a pillow under your knees. So again, the spine is going to be straight. Or this is one of the best positions, which is on your side. Put all kinds of pillows under your knees so you make sure that the hip bones are not sinking in. So everything is square. There's a nice anatomical position. Let's talk about things that can help you sleep, complementary methods, essential oil. And that's why we asked you to bring something that smells nice, right? I have some lavender and I have some lavender in here. Essential oil are concentrated aromatic plant extracts that have been cold pressed. They've been used for thousands of years for emotional, medical, cosmetics, and even for spiritual purposes. Essential, the word essential comes from quintessential, which is Aristotle believed in this. There are more than just 4 elements in life: fire, air, water, and earth. He believes that there was one more element. It has the spirit of life. And that spirit is in the essential oil because the plant has been extracted and you have it in here. And also remember in the 17th century, they used Hippocrates, he used to use this, no, not in the 17th century, but Hippocrates believed in therapeutic use of it. And even with the plague, they treated it with essential oils. So can you imagine? Now, how to use your essential oils? There are many ways. You can use them in a burner. You can put a few drops in a burner. Okay. You can use a stick. Okay. Make sure if you're using your stick that you always burn it either after you burn, you ventilate your room, or burn it outside because this is quite strong. And also make sure you buy your essential oils to be organic and of pure quality. Just because you burn it doesn't mean you can buy it from any store. Okay, it has to be of pure quality because you're going to be inhaling it. You can put a few drops in the bath water, some lavender, for example, in the shower, or you can make a nice mix in your oil, put a few drops in it and massage your body. Okay, or even in your shower, you can use this. You can use it for facial massage. Now, how do these amazing, magical essential oils work? They reduce your stress, your anxiety, and your tension. And of course, if you're using it on your body, massaging your body, it will release muscular aches, pains, and stiffness, definitely blood circulation, and it will soothe your mental and physical fatigue. Here's a little guide of all kinds of essential oils. By the way, you'll see this presentation on both Blackboard and on YouTube soon, so you don't need to take notes. If you want, you go ahead. All the essential oils are good, but they are used for different reasons. For sleep, even though insomnia is in red, you can still use the stuff for stress and anxiety because that could be causing you your problems. In general, for better sleep, you need lavender, chamomile, jasmine, neroli, rose, sandalwood, sweet marjoram, and ylang-ylang. Up next, what we've been waiting for, our amazing students who have worked hard. They prepared this wonderful presentation. Maria Elena Kaliva will speak about REM and deep sleep, and Barbara Radman will speak about should we wake up with the sun? And our wonderful Trini Gayan Avalos will speak about the complementary methods journaling. Right after the students' presentation, we will have the practice. We're going to practice breathing exercises, progressive muscle relaxation, and certain exercises that will help you sleep. So the girls will take it from here.
So hello everyone from me as well. So the first thing we will discuss a bit is about, let's say, the theory behind sleep. So we have, as the slide says, REM sleep and deep sleep. So let's find what is their difference. So sleep is divided in two separate categories. So REM sleep and non-REM sleep. And you begin your night, so when you fall asleep, with non-REM sleep, and then this is followed by a brief period of REM sleep.
Γιατί έχετε πάρει όλες. Σήμερα βρήκα σε όλες πολλατική αισθητικά. Δεν ξέρω, αφήνουμε.
I'm sorry, I would kindly ask you if you have your mic open to please mute it. Thank you.
Εγώ δεν μένω εδώ. Το λέτε ο σκλαβενίτης αφήνει. Άνθρωπος είμαι.
Sorry, can I please ask you to close your mics?
Σας ευχαριστώ πολύ.
Ariel, just for 1 minute, please, honey. I'll try to mute everyone from here.
Perfect.
Okay.
I'm muted, don't worry.
You did. Good. Thanks.
Perfect. I'm really sorry for that small stop. So back to what we were saying. So this cycle continues through like the night for approximately 90 minutes. And what is deep sleep? So many people tend to confuse it with REM sleep, but here we will explain to you how this is different. So in deep sleep, it is actually the final stage of non-REM sleep, and it's when your body relaxes. It is not like in REM sleep when you have this like rapid eye movement. It is when your brain slow down. And we will now see the different stages of sleep and how those work. So in the first stage of non-REM sleep, which comes first, is when you're slightly trying to drift asleep. So it's when your body functions start to slow down, your heartbeat, your respiration. And generally when your muscle relax, there might be a few like occasional twitches, but generally it is the moment when you're starting falling asleep. And this has a duration of about like 45 to 90 minutes. In the next step, in step 2, which is around like the 50% of your total sleep cycle, so this is like the longest step, it is when you're like generally your body starts to relax, your temperature drops, your eye movements drops, and your brain waves slow. So it's generally when you have this form of relaxations that is starting to kick in. In the third stage, what we have is a combination of like a third and fourth stage, which is exactly what we call the deep sleep. So during that time, your heartbeat, your brain waves, and generally your functions are at their slowest. It's when you relax, and it's when it's actually very difficult for you to awake, even if you have like loud noises, even if you have disturbances. In the next step, the fifth step, is when we have the first stage of REM sleep, which, as we said, it occurs about in like every 90 minutes after the non-REM sleep. This is the time when we have this rapid eye movement, is when you have dreaming, when you have like your heart rate have it like increase and become to feel like a more like wakeful state. It's generally when your breathing becomes faster, and it's when like we have those feelings where we feel like our whole body is paralyzed when we sleep. This is when that happens. So it's during the REM sleep. So based on those slides, we can see that those are the difference between them. But let's discuss what are the benefits furthermore from what Sophie already told us. So first of all, what we have is we have the effects on memory. So we have short-term memory and long-term memory that are becoming like better, and you can have the benefits of remembering things, like of thinking faster when you sleep more and when you have those type of like deep sleep. Second of all, what we have is especially in development ages, this is the time when important hormones are developing, they are rebooting. So the growth hormone is generally, this is the time when we give it the opportunity to build, we give it the opportunity to function at its best. Moreover, we have energy restoration, which means like that feeling when you haven't slept well and you're feeling tired is because you didn't have the opportunity during deep sleep to relax, to make that restoration that you need. Furthermore, what we also have is cell regeneration. So this is a time when you give your body the ability to like fix the small mistakes and the small harms that are being created through our everyday life, and especially during modern days when we have like too much work, we tend to overstress our body. This is the time when we give it the opportunity to rebuild itself. Then we also have increasing blood supply to the muscles, which means that this is beneficial for when you have hurt yourself, when you have muscle aches, when you are in pain. This is the time when you give your body the opportunity to help your muscles relax, rebuild, and be able to function better. Afterwards, we also have promoting growth and repair, both for tissues and bones, as it is explained by cell reparations that we talked about before. Then we have the strengthening of the immune system, which, as we understand, especially during those days, like especially with the whole like COVID pandemic, this is something extremely important because it gives to our body the opportunity to build up its defenses. And finally, what we have is when you have deep sleep, you have the opportunity to help you process information. So it is better for you to be able to store the things that you know, to keep your memories, to be able to be more, let's say, up to date and up to speed, like with your everyday lives. Because if you imagine like your brain, it's like similar to how a computer system, it stores data, it stores memory. And sleep is, let's say, that reboot system that helps this, like the function of your brain work at its best. So, however, in the next slide, we can see what happens if you don't get sleep. So when you don't get sleep, you have many diseases that are linked to that. So Alzheimer's disease, heart disease, diabetes, and stroke are all being influenced by the quality of sleep. And finally, in order to understand why we need to study those things, why we need to understand it, it is because there are many factors that are influencing and many disorders that are linked with this stage of deep sleep. So for example, sleepwalking, night terrors, bedwetting, sleep eating is things that are linked with deep sleep, and it's important to understand how it functions in order to also find solutions for those problems. So now I will be leaving you to Barbarita to explain to you whether we should wake up with the sun or not.
Hello, everyone. Once again, thank you, Maria Elena. And rooting off from what Maria Elena said, but also rooting off from what Miss Sophie said regarding the circadian rhythm, I will be delving into, should we wake up with the sun? Well, to make matters short, scientific data points to yes. Now, let's look at an example of a student's typical sleeping schedule, aka my sleeping schedule. Well, generally students, especially during the pandemic, start sleeping later in the night, after 12 a.m., which leads to later midpoints of sleep, which leads to later wake-ups, meaning missing the morning hours, missing that morning sunlight. And we perpetuate this cycle. We continue doing this, and it becomes a habit. Now you might ask, what is the consequence of this habit? Well, according to research by Souza and Hidalgo, later midpoints of sleep are associated with higher levels of depression in students. This means that sleeping later may mean that you are more prone to feeling more moody in the morning, to feeling in general low. So, sleeping earlier and having midpoints of sleep earlier in the night can affect the psychology of a young person positively. Now you may tell me, well, I'm used to my schedule. I'm used to sleeping later. Let's see a schedule, an extreme example of a schedule of people who sleep constantly at later stages and in unstable environment regarding the sun. This example is that of sailors in the US Navy. Shatuk and Matsangas made a research regarding sailors in the Navy, because sailors spend days at a time without direct sunlight and days at a time without having access to morning sunlight, and sleep at very irregular times due to their night shifts. The researchers found that the sailors who spent less time in the sun and had less access to morning sunlight in the morning, like waking up, actually slept more. However, their wake up quality was much lower than those who had spent more time in the sun and also had more access to morning sunlight. This means that staying longer in the darkness can improve time slept, but will not improve waking up, the feeling that you have when you're waking up. Also linking the fact that sunlight plays a regulatory role in sleep. Further on that, studies such as that of Smith and Trinder expose how bright morning light is the cue for the body's normal body temperature rhythm, and those who miss this morning light can experience side effects. Body temperature has long been associated with heightened stress, such as Marazzetti, Muro, and Castrogiovanni's studies show. So altered body temperature can increase the chance of feeling stress and anxiety. I know many times when I wake up, I feel cold. And this is a sign that you're not waking up at the right time if you're feeling extremely cold in the morning. So, to conclude, morning light is the cue that maintains our bodies to match the natural rhythms of Earth's 24-hour, 12-month cycle. So, to continue, Trini, my teammate, will be talking about journaling and its benefits regarding sleep.
Hi, everyone. I will talk to you about the benefits of journaling before going to sleep. So the first question that you might have is, what is journaling in the first place? Journaling is a written record of our thoughts and feelings. It can also be of our experiences and our plans. It is something that is incredibly personal, so each person makes their own rules as they go along. And what it can help you with is, it can help you identify your moods. It can help you identify why you feel a certain way, track your schedules, and help you stick to good habits. But what does it have to do with sleep? It actually has a lot to do with sleep. Studies have shown that people who have trouble sleeping tend to worry and fret at bedtime, which can cause them additional stress and less sleep. So journaling can be a way to wind down after a stressful day. But how can journaling help me? It can help you reflect on your day and relax, as I previously said. It can help you be more productive the next day if you write out your plans. If you're feeling sad or lonely, it can give you a listening ear when you need it the most. And if you write about the people who love you and the good people around you, it can even help you feel more connected to those people. But what do I even write about? You can write about anything you want. Here are some ideas. You can write about what happened during your day. Bonus points if you focus on the positive. You can write down what your plans are for the week. You can write about something that you're grateful for. You can write about negative experiences in order to vent and let it all out so it doesn't build up inside of you. And you can also write about what you have learned each day. Okay, but where do I start? Well, the easiest way is to just grab a pen and start writing about anything and everything. I know that this seems a bit daunting and you'd be like, okay, but I have no idea what to do. You can find templates and questions to prompt your writing online, or you can use templates that we have created that I will show you at the end in order to get a starting point. Once you start, you can make your own prompts and write about whatever feels natural to you. So you should give journaling a try if you have trouble falling asleep, if you're experiencing stress and anxiety, if you feel down and sad at the end of the day, if you want to feel more rested, and if you want to feel more focused and productive during the next day or the next week. So these are the templates that we have created. The first one is a prompt of what is something that you're grateful for. Second one says, how was your day? And the third one is what you want to achieve tomorrow. We also have created this other template, which is to track your sleep. So here you just track the time that you've slept, what time you woke up, how many hours you woke up, how many hours you slept for, what you did before bed, and how you would like that to improve or change in the next night. If you would like these templates, please write your email on the chat and we will send them to you through our club email. That's it for me. And now we will continue with Miss Sophie. Thank you for your attention and enjoy.
Hello.
We can't hear you.
Sorry, technical problem. Hi, can you hear me and see me now?
Yes. Yes,
Perfect.
perfectly.
Perfect, excellent. So now it's time for the action, breathing exercises, progressive muscle relaxation, and bedtime exercises. The breathing exercises, next slide. Perfect. I would like you to stand up, wherever you are. Put some alcohol on your hands. Okay. Just to activate things, and let's try to breathe. Do you see me full, my legs? Barbara, is everything good? Perfect. So here we are. Just relax the legs. I would like you to place one hand on your abdominal, okay? And just breathe. We will inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. 4 of those. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. 2 more to go. Breathe in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And this is your last time. Breathe in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. That's wonderful. Let's make it just a little bit harder. We will inhale through the nose, but exhale through the nose as well. So it's out through the nose. To make it more interesting, we will inhale through the nose, but exhale on 2. Inhale through the nose and exhale on 3. Inhale through the nose and exhale on 4. So this kind of thing will help you calm down. Okay, now the second breaths, just give me one moment to see, is where we're going to expand the abdominals. We've done this on a number of times. What you're going to do is you're going to sit down on the floor or lie down on the floor. Let's say you are in your bed. Okay. Okay. And you're going to work on expanding your abdominals, which means when you inhale, you're going to make it bigger, expanding your abdominals. And when you exhale, you're going to shrink and take it down. So let's say you cannot sleep. You start to breathe in through the nose, expanding your abdominals, and out through the nose, shrink. Inhale through the nose, bigger abdominals, exhale through the nose. So if you do this when you cannot sleep, just concentrate on the breath. Your mind will be calm and you're going to feel ready to sleep. Okay? Now, let's go move on to the second slide. This is really exciting. It is progressive muscle relaxation. Muscles can tighten and they can relax. This method takes at least 15 minutes. You need to do it in a calm place when you're lying down. Let's say you're in your bed. And the idea is to tense or tighten or flex your muscles for 5 seconds as you breathe in. Release and let go as you breathe out. You can do it as a general body tightening, or even better, to go head to toe or toe to head. Let's try it. We're not going to do the whole thing because we don't have time, but I would like you to practice it. Let's say you're lying down on the floor. I do not see you, but I hope you can see me. You are flat. I am you, but I am standing so you can see. And I'm ready to practice the progressive muscle relaxation. I'm going to start with my face. I'm going to flex my eyebrows. I hold for 5 seconds. Exhale and release. Okay? So I tighten my different muscles in the face. And release. Please continue. Okay? So let's say you have reached the point where you're going to tighten your shoulders. Bring your shoulders to your ears. Tighten, 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 tighten. And release. So we inhale and tighten. You're concentrating only on part. And release. You can take it lower. Arching your back. Tighten, tighten, tighten. And release. And so on and so forth. Tighten your thighs. Real tight. Point your toes. Flex. But you're going to go step by step. Okay? We don't have time to do it really. We went a little bit, we're late on time. So we're going to move on to the second slide. Again, you can find this on Blackboard and on our YouTube. Now, these are really nice exercises that you can do to help you sleep. If you don't have enough time, the easiest would be inhale, exhale down, bend your knees, okay? Take it down, walk, 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 and you are on an upside down V. This will help the blood go down to your head. Inhale high, exhale low. That's the only thing you're doing. I hope you're doing it with me. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale high and exhale low. When you think you're almost done, you can go down on your knees. The knees are apart, but the toes are touching. And you're going to try to sit down back on your heels. It looks like a puppy. You remember when your puppy moves its tail? Okay, something like that. And the only thing you're doing is breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. You can bring your arms by your side and just breathe. And change sides. Hopefully this will help you sleep. The next one, which is a longer version, and this is very exciting, you're going to go against a wall or even on your bed head, right? And you're going to put your legs up. Just this. Relax the shoulders. You can place your hand on your abdominals and do abdominal breathing. In through the nose, expand your abdominals. And out through the nose, release. Breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, and everything will take much longer. We're going faster because time is running. Once you're done, you go away from your bed head. And you are on your bed. You shake your legs. You shake your arms and legs. So now you look like a bug, like a ladybird. Please put your arms down and simply circle. Breathe in and breathe out. Just this. Flex and point alternating. The legs are not straight, they're very relaxed. Okay? Maybe you can do the window cleaners. Maybe you can do window cleaners in opposition. Relax down and brings your arms up. The hand is right on top of the shoulder. Breathe in and breathe out. You can circle, you can do anything you want, flex and point. Maybe the arms can do their own dance. Okay, relax, cross over one leg. And now we're rocking side to side. Just this, inhale and exhale. Imagine you're on a boat and there's water. It takes you from one side to the other. Just this, nice and easy. Inhale, center. Exhale, pick up. You're going to bring your hands through, stretch your back, so the back is happy as well. When you're done, you're going to do full body extension. In here, you can apply the progressive muscle relaxation. So you tighten, 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 tighten. Exhale and release. You can do this a couple of times. Change legs. Rock side to side. Breathe in and breathe out. Please pick up. Hands go through. Stretch. Relax down. Again, just like in full body muscle relaxation, tighten everything. You really tighten your muscles. Everything. Biceps, quadriceps, everything is tight. And release. Then you're going to take your pillows. Okay? I have one pillow between my knees. I think I have another pillow. Yeah, I do. So you're going to go to one side. Pillow between your knees. And this pillow is here. It's stuffed. It's making me comfortable, as we spoke about earlier. Extend your arms. Inhale to exhale. Last time. And now you're going to go all the way out. Just stay there. Collect. Change to the other side. Again, the pillow is under your head. Inhale and exhale. And then go all the way down. Find your center. Let go of your pillows. And now, soles of the feet are together. You're a little butterfly. Palms are open. Just this. And just breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Please stay there. The shoulders are relaxed. There's a little smile on your face. I'm sure this is going to help you sleep. Once you think you're ready, just find your favorite position, your favorite size, and just sleep. See, it's not so easy, not so hard. So let's see, where are my glasses? I hope I don't step on them. Yeah, they're here. So after you've finished all these things, let's have a little resume. Some of the stuff that I'm going to mention will be discussed tomorrow, so try to be with us tomorrow. The importance of exercise. Make sure that your bed is reserved only for sleep. If you want sex, that's fine, but it's not for your computer or working or TV or phone or anything like that. Keep your bedroom comfortable, calm, quiet, cool or hot or warm. Start a sleep ritual. Remember how your mom used to tuck you into bed? You also tuck yourself into bed. Take a bath, get ready, and then sleep. Eat, but not too much, because if you are very hungry, you cannot sleep. And if you're overstuffed, again, you cannot sleep. We're going to discuss all this tomorrow. Avoid alcohol and caffeine. Distress, like with meditation or the exercises that we discussed. Sleep and nap like a pro, which we will discuss tomorrow. And remember that it's important to consult your health professional in case you're having a problem. And remember, when it comes to the art of sleep, you are the artist. You decide, you make up your mind. Please give us your feedback. Trini just shared the form. We'll give you a minute to answer. It's very important for us to improve our services. And once you do that, the next slide, please. We remind you that tomorrow we're meeting at 2:30 again on Zoom for the next part, which we hope you'll join. And now we're going to stop recording and